we're not a vendor. You're not an average realtor mortgage professional. This is a partnership in media. The reason I go to your cities is we just feel like that's the way you got to do it.
Like, it's the best leveraging tool in the world. We jumped out of planes, dude. You've seen I painted myself green. Literally interviewed Lou Ferrigno. You know what I mean? Like, you can do all of the things with it. Then the platform's just incredible with all that stuff.
It is really hard to not get a listing when you can say that you can put their home on national television in front of millions of viewers. I mean, it's hard to quantify the amount of business that we have gotten as a direct result of ADTV.
It's all about sharing the platform with the community for clients, for business owners, for different charities. I can provide that platform for them to tell their stories.
My business, the clients that I have, they've called me and they say things like, are you taking on new clients right now? Will you list my home? And that comes from being consistent with content creation, building the brand online. And American Dream is a huge part of that.
I mean, not many people get to do what we do. We're such a small percentage of agents in each market, and so I don't take it lightly. This has changed my business dramatically, and it means the world to me.
So when I first got an email about becoming a host on the American Dream TV, I had no idea what to expect, but I had this funny little feeling inside me that this was something that I should pay attention to. So I went and I met Craig and the team down in a boardroom at the W in Nashville, and I sat through this presentation and I felt like I was just drinking from a fire hose. And I really didn't understand exactly what it was, but there was this little voice inside me telling me that this was a tremendous opportunity that I needed to say yes to. And so I listened to that, and it really changed everything.
I remember when it was Craig and they came into town, man, and like, you always have a vision to be bigger. Like, there's more things that we could do in life. I was an Air Force fire dude for like 22 years, and you give and you do a lot of things, and then this ADTV came into my world, and I'm like, what do we get to do with this? Like, well, you get to be a host, you get to do all these things in your city, and I'm like, man, this is a fantastic opportunity to, one, elevate me a little bit, inside the real estate world, but two, really get back to our veterans and to our community. Like, there's nothing else like it. There's no other thing that you could possibly do that allows you to give what ADTV does. So Justin reached out, and they were doing an operation thing, like that Operation American Dream. He reached out, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm all over this. I love veterans, I'm one. And then when they came to the full-on meeting for ADTV, there's like 20 other realtors in there, right? I'm kind of sitting in the back, and I'm like, this is so cool. And they're like a bunch of big realtors in town, so. And I remember just pitching the story, and I'm like, man, I gotta do this. There's no way that Clint is not suited for this.
So I got a phone call from Rick that somebody from my market center had reached out and said I'd be a good fit. From that first phone call and him laying out what ADTV was, what it could be, and what I could do for the community, I knew it was something I had to do. I'd been researching how to grow quickly in real estate, and the answer kept coming back to video. And this is cheaper than doing your own video to be part of this, and it explodes. I mean, it's just amazing.
I was skeptical at first because I'm like, oh man, what did I get myself into? And I sat there kind of with probably my arms crossed, like, because we get sold so many things as real estate agents, but there was something about this that I saw the other agents that were doing it, very well respected in the industry, and I was like, if they can do it, maybe I can do it. Took the leap of faith, joined American Dream TV as a host, and it has been amazing. It's been life-changing, it's changed my business, it's helped me in so many ways, but it's not all about me. It's actually about the community that it's helped. We've been able to feature so many incredible small businesses and community events and things to just help get exposure for them.
Well, first of all, just after researching, I knew that it was positive media and it was not reality TV. That was a seller for me. And then two, it's television, and I knew the power of TV and what it can do from marketing and what I can provide to the consumers, my clients, and just in a way to build relationships and also elevate my brand and credibility. So it was just a no-brainer. With all the confidence in the world, I dove right into it. No second guesses. Welcome to Paradise Valley, deemed the richest city in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Right now we're here at this beautiful hilltop luxury featured property today. My good friend Matt, we're gonna meet inside, is gonna give us a tour. You're gonna see how those in this immaculate community is living their American dream. I'm your host, Miranda Tate, your real estate and lifestyle expert. Let's go inside.
Welcome, Miranda.
Hey, Matt. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me by. This is a beautiful place here.
Thank you, thank you.
This is such a beautiful place, Matt. Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
So I can definitely do that. We are sitting at 5,301 square feet of magnificent hillside views.
How would you say being a host has impacted your life on the day-to-day?
Yeah, so it was my second show I did. I had a white shirt on and a blazer, and I was interviewing a really prominent business dude in town. He was a Vietnam vet, Mr. Chimino. He was recently passed, and I felt weird wearing what I was wearing, but I was like, man, I'm on TV, you know, I need to look decent. I didn't know, 22 years in the military, all I ever did was wear a uniform. We did the shoot, and then I got a message from my brother's mother-in-law. She said, hey, sweetie, you're a really, really good-looking man, but have you ever thought about getting a stylist? I went, what? And she said, you never know who's gonna see you. That hit me like a brick, dude. I was like, that's super deep, right? So I did. I hired a stylist person. She came in, gutted my closet, and ever since then, in that moment at ADTV, like, you don't know the impact that you have on people, and especially when you're on TV. Like, people see this all day. Like, it's you, man. It's your brand. It's what you're doing for your community. You wake up and you're not like a realtor. In my head, I'm like, I do real estate, but I'm not I'm hosting this TV show. People are reaching out and calling you and knowing that you're promoting, the veteran people in your community and stuff, and it's pretty incredible.
So the impact that this opportunity has had on my life in the day-to-day is that it created this moment for me to really stretch outside my comfort zone. And I got on camera, I started shooting these episodes, not really having any skill in that department whatsoever. And it became something that I realized I really, really enjoyed. And it made all of the other ways that I needed to show up on camera in my business infinitely easier, because it's such less pressure to shoot social media when you're already on television. So that was one thing that was just an immediate transformation. But then, because I did this thing for myself and I showed myself that I could do something that was completely foreign and completely uncomfortable, it really honestly opened up my eyes to all of these other opportunities for me. So I'm now speaking on stages, I'm now guesting on podcasts, I now have a coaching business, in addition to running my top 1% luxury real estate team. And so when I tell you my life has changed, my life has completely changed. I have an entirely separate business and a personal brand and speaking and podcasting and all of this stuff that I never would have had I not said yes in that moment.
When I started as a TV host for American Dream in 2019, I had shot a lot of videos, but they were mainly listing videos of me standing in front of the camera. I didn't have a lot of video experience. I now speak all over the country. I teach real estate agents how to be on camera, how to do more for their sellers, how to build a personal brand, and I really have American Dream to thank for that. Like, I don't know where I would be without the show, so how it's developed me as a content creator, the comfort being in front of the camera is huge. but also our town where I live and sell homes, Queen Creek, Arizona, it's one of the fastest growing real estate markets in the state of Arizona. And I almost want to think American Dream could have a role in that, because we have shot at every local hotspot, community event. My YouTube videos with the segments get thousands and thousands of views. So when people are researching where to move in Arizona, odds are they're probably going to watch one of my American Dream segments, and it could impact whether someone moves to our town or a different town. So the impact that the show has had, not only on my career, local small business owners in my town, but our area as a whole, is crazy. This weekend, my family and I are trading the city life for the breathtaking beauty of Sedona, Arizona. Join us as we embark on an unforgettable adventure. Located just a 2-hour drive from our home in Queen Creek, Sedona makes the perfect place for a weekend getaway with your family, and there are so many amazing places to stay here, from beautiful resorts to camping, and there are so many Airbnb options. We're gonna head into the Airbnb that our family booked this weekend, and we love this place. The views are amazing, it makes the perfect backdrop for a game of Uno.
What would you say is like the coolest thing that's happened to you, your family, or like your personal life since becoming a partner with ADTV?
This is the easiest answer. Most of my shoots start with a charitable giving back backbone. A good friend of mine owns a car dealership, and they give back every month a percentage of their sales for different causes. So we highlighted their car dealership. Who would have thought that that would be an amazing episode? It blew up. We had Columbus Crew players coming down for it. It was amazing. Speaking of the Columbus Crew, they have charitable giving back as well, where they do chronic absenteeism is their big thing that they give back. And so we got to highlight that in an episode. Now they still use that to this day when they're doing promotions. Now that's cool business-wise, but the cooler part is my son is in the locker room with the guys. He's 9 years old, and he thinks that he's best friends with all them and doesn't know different. That is why I do what I do. He gets to be the Eastern Conference Championship. He was on the field holding the trophy. That means way more than anything in business.
About a year ago, I did showcase a charity, and it's from a former NFL player, AC Caswell. He played for the Oakland Raiders, and his organization is called $1 Million Mingle, and he has it every year in conjunction with the Polo Classic. They have a huge impact in the community, but it just elevated that because they haven't been able to, or haven't had the opportunity to showcase it on national TV. And with ADTV, it allowed me to widen their reach. It's all about building relationships, and he's very appreciative of what the platform has done for his organization. So I'm there to help with whatever else he needs in the future too.
So one of my episodes recently, I featured Thistle Farms, which is a very beloved nonprofit in Nashville. They bring women out of human trafficking, addiction, abuse, and they put them on a track to being employed, having places to live. I mean, they transform the lives of these women. And so I featured Thistle Farms on one of the segments, and we got to go behind the scenes in their facility where they have all of these survivors who now are employed, and they're pouring candles and they're making all of these different body treatments. And so it's this wonderful place where they're employing the women that they have helped bring out of these terrible situations. And it was such a meaningful moment to be able to shine a spotlight on that. And just the women that I spoke with and that I got to connect with on that day, they lit up with the opportunity. They were so proud to show what they've done that it just touched my heart so deeply. And then Towards the end of the segment, I met this one woman who shared with me that she had just closed on her very first home. And in that moment, it just all came full circle. And it wasn't just about shining a spotlight on this amazing initiative that deserves so much attention, but it also just showed me the power of what we're really doing here. And it was a moment that I'll never forget.
Probably one of the coolest days of my life because of ADTV was that Comic-Con episode. Like for Comic-Con, there's 60,000 people that are showing up and you get the guest list, and I'm like, Lou Ferrigno was on it. It was Incredible Hulk. When I was growing up, people called me Pocket Hulk, right? I'm 5'6", a couple muscles, so I found out that he was gonna be there. We reached out to the owners of it and they said, hey, we can't guarantee you that you can interview him. I'm like, well, I'll guarantee I'll interview him. I'll paint myself green, he's not gonna tell me no. So we literally painted ourselves green and walked around, and Lou looked at me, he's like, right, and I had our ADTV badge. So he walks around and he points at me and I'm like, dude, he's like, dude, I'm like, me and you, buddy? He's like, come here, right? So we showed him the badge. He walked up, and so I interviewed Lou Ferrigno. Right beside him was Joey Fatone, right? There's thousands of people here. They're all paying for an autograph. Not Clint, right? Not the TV host Clint dude. So Joey looks over and I'm like, and he's like, come here, dude. So we rolled right over to the NSYNC dude, interviewed him, and then the Impractical Jokers dude. And none of it was planned, none of it was scripted. But just because of who we were, because we had the ADTV badge, that was probably the greatest, never would have happened if it wasn't for ADTV moment.
So cool.
That was the coolest thing ever. We're back. I'm Clint Jordan, your Colorado Springs lifestyle, community, and real estate expert. And we're back, 2024 Comic-Con with the Jordan Group, the best real estate team in town, or at least the coolest. You guys ready to go inside and check this out?
What would you say, or what advice would you give to a new host that has just recently joined?
People need to realize there's no such thing as overnight success in this business. Everything takes time. And if you commit to your segments and featuring great local things that people want to watch, you will see results. You will impact your local community. And what an incredible opportunity to start your video journey with a national TV show. And you have to remember that it's not about you, it's about your local community and how can you help them. Just like when you do listing video marketing, it's not about you and how you feel on camera. You're doing this to get more exposure for your seller. And the more people that know their home's for sale, the faster it'll sell, and the more you'll be able to do for your clients.
It's all about sharing the platform with the community. It's not necessarily about me. It's TV. It's a way that I can present for clients, for business owners, for different charities. I can provide that platform for them to tell their stories. So it's all about giving back. ADTV allows me to do that.
Be authentic. That's number one. Just be you. Don't try to be something that you're not. Go do you. Don't focus so much on stressing out about the episode. The episode's the rock, or the rock in the pond. The ripples is really the amazing thing. And there's 100 ways to leverage ADTV. Everybody does it different. Some of these top agents that are on these panels do it totally different than me. That's the great part of this, is you can make it individually yours.
Welcome to the American Dream Selling Columbus. Today, we dive into the heart of Dublin, where fashion meets fine wine meets unforgettable dining. And today, I've got a special guest. my co-host, MLS champion of the Columbus Crew, Evan Bush. Thanks for joining us, Evan.
Absolutely, I'm excited. Let's get after it.
Let's go. Our first stop here in Dublin is Trevor Furby, where tailored fashion is more than a service, it's an experience. We're here today with Brett O'Neill, store manager. Brett, can you tell us a little bit about why Trevor Furby is so great?
Of course. So what sets us apart is that the shopping experience here is personal.
Brett, I've got to say, everything here, the attention to detail is incredible. Evan, now you're used to wearing a jersey. What's it like getting fitted for something like this?
I mean, the amount of detail that goes in each piece here is incredible. I really love this place.
Now with your experience with where we are today, like what does it mean currently to be an ADTV host in your mind?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, man, because you start, and like I said, you're just kind of learning the ropes and figuring out that you do have this big give, right? You can give back. And I've been a host for like 2 years now, and about 6 months into the first year, I started really realizing like what it is. Like, you know, I have my whys and my pillars, right? Like it's Clint and veteran, Clint and fitness. And about 6 months into it, I said I really grabbed onto ADTV as a bigger picture thing. I said, hey man, like it became one of my whys. So it's one of my 3 now, right? So we have family, and then veteran, fitness and health, and then ADTV. So everything that we do now leads into one of those 3 pillars. So it came from just a show to elevate, like here's a really good way for me to elevate myself to, it's a true part of our life. I shoot every month, so we do it every single month. But we use it to truly highlight everybody nationwide too. So it's cool, man. It went from a cool thing to do to one of my 3 pillars.
Well, I am so proud to be a host for American Dream, and when I'm sitting down talking with clients, especially our sellers, how I explain the show is a way that our team is able to give back to our local community through featuring small businesses, local hotspots, community events, but it can also potentially give incredible exposure for our clients. The opportunity that American Dream gives us to get our clients' homes in this type of spotlight is huge. So it's not about me being a host of a TV show, it's about what we can do for the community and for our clients. And we don't want to take any shortcuts. We want to offer incredible marketing, and we also want to market our town and community. It's where we live, and we want to share it with people that are researching what it's like to move to our area.
So being a host on the American Dream TV, to me, it means immediately elevating yourself beyond just being a real estate agent. And it's not only reflected in the way that other people see you, but it really did a lot for the way that I saw myself. And it was this opportunity where I stepped way outside my comfort zone. In fact, I had never been on video ever before I said yes to being with ADTV. And so Craig said in that meeting that being on TV would be like throwing this boulder into a lake and that there would be all these ripple effects. But what I didn't realize at the time was that that boulder was not just going to create ripples. It was going to create a complete tsunami in my life, to be perfectly honest. Mike and Bree, thank you so much for joining me today and letting me come talk to you guys here in your Nashville home. Mike, let's start with you. Walk on has become your motto. Can you tell me what that walk on mentality means? A little about your background and how you're bringing that into today.
Yeah, so I was a little guy from a little town who was taught to do little things, and I wasn't able to put together a state championship in high school, so I had no Division I offers whatsoever. And I decided to bet on myself and walk on to the University of Missouri. And so when you know you're the lowest guy on the totem pole, when you can feel it, when you can see it, when you can sense it, starting at the bottom has been part of my story. So I started at the bottom and ended up becoming an All-American and making a pretty good name for myself, and then obviously into the sport of mixed martial arts, keeping that zeal for the hard work and doing things correctly, no matter what the accolades are, no matter what you accomplish. Success is rented every single day. It's never owned. You never actually have it. The rent is due every single day, so that's kind of the walk-up mentality.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road all on my own. I'ma be the greatest from my name.
Man, I just want to say thank you. I think what Craig has built here and team is 1 in a million. There's no way I would be where I am in business and real estate without this opportunity, hands down. I think that it gives us an opportunity that not many have, and I'm just super grateful, and I want to help the next generation that's coming up learn to do it from my mistakes and what I've done well.
You have to put in the work, and as long as you're consistent and disciplined, you'll see the results. And it's like with anything. So it's that message, I guess, to all American Dream hosts, like, be proud that you're a part of this. This is a formula that will work. It'll help your community. It'll help grow your business. You just can't give up.
In closing, I'd like to just highlight like Operation American Dream TV. That platform's amazing. It's given more people an opportunity to highlight the veterans and military people inside their community. It's grown quick, and it's completely, like we talked about earlier, changed my life, changed how we do business, and then changed how I see kind of the world. We see it from a different view now. It's a different vision, it's a different viewpoint. It's pretty incredible.
I think that I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful to Craig, I'm grateful to everyone that works behind the scenes that makes us all look great, but I'm really grateful to the opportunity that I was given, and I am just really honored, honestly. I feel like I found a purpose that goes far beyond buying and selling homes, and it's gotten me out of my shell on so many levels and created so much opportunity in other areas of my life that this will be something that I will always cherish.
Well, as a host of the show, I'm very appreciative and grateful for, of course, Craig for this incredible platform. For me, there's so many opportunities, meeting different people, connecting, collaborating, making an impact on the community, being a voice. And it just feels really, really good to have a campaign drawn up and see it just explode. And it's like, wow, so I really, really love that piece of it. And again, American Dream TV is a powerful tool, and I am grateful to be a part of it.
Think how many like-minded professionals are out there creating positive media niched in our neighborhood. Just look around for a moment. What you're doing is really, really special.